Hello, how are you? This is Rachel from Sweet Bee Paper Co. I am super excited today to be sharing with you another single-sided 12 by 12 paper project. These are so pretty, they're so cute, and I used some of the new paper pads I picked up from Michael's, the new 12 by 12 Recollections pads. I really wanted to use those, and a couple more projects to use up some of that single-sided paper. This is inspired by Sandy over at Septeria 44, I think her channel name is. I will have that link down below. She made her smaller. I wanted something a little bigger because I like using the 5x7 envelopes to send to friends. So when they pull this out, it'll look like this. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got this giant pocket on the back. I like to send scraps of paper to my pen pals too, or book pages. We'll fold those up, put those in here with their letter. It's got a pocket here, especially for like smaller things you can put in here. And we did a little window cutout here on the pocket. I'll show you how to do that. And then it's got this little flip pocket here that we did a tag for. This is definitely inspired by Sandy. I just kind of took it and made it a little bit bigger and added that second pocket on the back, especially to put the letter. But make sure you check out my description box. I have the measurements for everything down there so you can follow along with. You can use 1, 2, or 3 pieces of single-sided paper depending on how you want to decorate. So for both of these I used 3 different patterns, but I absolutely love them. They're so pretty. Make sure you check out Sandy's video too, but go ahead and grab that paper and let's get started. Okay, so for this project today, I'm going to use a couple of my Recollections paper pads that I just recently got. I will link the video down below. And these are both single-sided sheets. You could use double-sided paper to make this, but I've really been trying to find some fun single-sided projects for us to do and to make for snail mail projects. So you'll need some paper, a scoreboard, which is optional, either scissors or your cutting, whatever you use to cut, a punch, whatever size you like to use for thumb holes, some vellum if you would want to put like portal holes in the pockets, and I'll show you what I mean by that, some score tape or some glue. And one of these I am going to sew so you can kind of see what it's like, but the other one I will glue so you can see what that looks like as well, and when to go ahead and sew and when to glue the pockets and stuff. So let's get into it. So I'm going to use the Treasure Box one and French Chateau. So you are going to need 3 sheets or 2 sheets of their 12 by 12 paper. So for the main pocket, or for the main folder part really, you are going to need a 4.5 by 12 inch sheet or piece. For the back pocket, you'll need a piece that is 4.5 by 6. And for the pocket on the front, you will need a piece that is 4 inches by 5.5 on the bottom. So this is the one I am going to be sewing. And then the one out of, what's this one called? The Treasure Box. I am just going to be gluing. I'm not going to lie. This is the second time trying to record this because I had the wrong measurement for these. So I've already kind of started on this one that I'm gluing. So I am just going to kind of redo that on, or kind of do that on this one. So this is the one I'm going to be sewing, but I will show you the glue part too. So for your main, is it even straight? You know, I am a mess. I kind of decided to do this not really last minute, but I've been wanting to do it, and then I'm like, I should do it right now. So I don't feel super prepared. So you're going to take your 4.5 inch, let's make sure I even cut that right. Yeah, 4.5 inch by 12. You're going to fold it in half with the pattern part inside. See, we've got this like just fold it over, right? So you're going to take this upper flap and you are going to fold it back to the fold you just made. Okay, and then push that down. Oh, this paper is so pretty. And then go ahead and burnish it down a little bit. Okay, so now what you're going to do is take your punch. And so this is our pocket right here, our little flip pocket. And you're going to do a thumb notch on the front part of your pocket. I'm just going to open it all the way so I don't get the back part. And go ahead and punch that. There we go. So I think Sandy had shown where you can cut out a piece of paper and glue that down so you're not seeing that white space. It really doesn't bother me. And we're going to be putting a tag in there when we're finished. So this is the back pocket. So that's going to go back here. So I am just going to take my punch and do a thumb notch at the top, just eyeballing it in the middle. I think I want it a little bit bigger. So that is going to go back here. So you'll have this pocket here, and then you'll have this pocket on the back. Okay, so I am going to take just a little bit of glue just to tack down this pocket, just a couple of dots maybe here and there, just to kind of keep it in place while I'm sewing it. Now if you are not sewing, you would completely glue the sides and the bottom down. Okay, so let's go ahead and show that on the other one while this dries. So I will go ahead and show that again. You are going to take this and fold this in half with a pattern on the inside. This isn't even either. After I realized that I kind of messed up the measurements, I kind of hurriedly cut more paper. Okay, so then you're going to take this top part here, fold it back to this fold on the left. Kind of line that up and burnish that down. And if you cut things crooked, you can trim them off there. And same thing, I'm going to go ahead and put a thumb notch on this pocket here. So I've already got my pocket, a thumb notch on this pocket. So I am just going to go ahead and glue this down. And like I said, we're going to glue or put glue on both sides and the bottom. Just run a thin line of glue. I'm using the Barely Arts glue. I need to order some more. And put this down. But all of the supplies I use, I have listed on my Amazon favorites and that storefront thing. So if you want to look for any of those, you can check that out. There that is. And then if you have any excess paper sticking out because you can't cut straight, you can snip that off like I'm gonna do and see it's totally fine. Or if you're inking, I forgot to say, I would ink everything before you start gluing anything. Then you won't have to worry about that either. So now on the front, so we've got this pocket open here. So we're going to take the glue and put a little line of glue on the bottom and on the side. So pretty. This is coming along really nicely. So there's our flip pocket. and our pocket on the back. So like with this too, I would be putting my letter in the back pocket and like extra papers there. And then I will show you how to cut out this pocket, but this pocket is where I'd put all the smaller things to send. Let me show you how to make this pocket here. This is the inside pocket right here. So for this part, I'm going to use my scoreboard, and you are going to score on the sides and bottom at 1/2 inch. Let me make sure. Yeah. Wanted to make sure I had the top and bottom right. Fold those in, burnish them down. And I like to cut the bottom corners off at an angle, just so my pockets lay a little nicer. Okay, so this is where you'll decide if you want to go ahead and put in a portal hole or so you could use a punch. That punch doesn't go very far, so I was thinking about using one of these so I can have it kind of in the middle. So this is a 2-inch circle die, but I'll be able to position it where I want. Hopefully that's in the middle. There. That's really cute further down. I don't mind this one so high, but I really like having it down a little more. So take a scrap piece of vellum, and this is a little bit big. So whatever size will cover the hole you just made in here. And you can use either glue or score tape. I like to use score tape with vellum. I think it lays down a little bit better, because whenever I use glue with vellum, it ends up sliding everywhere. So I just like using score tape. My score tape looks like a mess. It got smashed in my drawer. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on. I love this dotted vellum. I wish I could give you a link to this, but I found this at a discount store here local last year, I believe. And I bought all of the packs they had, which was just a couple. So we're just going to put the vellum piece down. Like I said, that doesn't have to be straight, just enough to cover your, if you put in a hole. You can use whatever kind of punch you have or die cut you have. If you had like a heart shape one, that would be really pretty. So that's how you do that pocket, which is what I have done here. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So as you can see, this doesn't cover the whole paper, and I kind of left it a little smaller like that for a reason. I mean, you want to see some of your paper. So like this, I honestly probably won't even decorate this too much. I would probably put a sentiment over here and maybe something down here or on the sides, just because this paper is so plain. Words. So, and I really like that too, because I want something, you know, I want to show off the paper too, but make something really pretty. So I'm just putting glue on all 3 sides of the pocket. And gluing it down. So I am gluing it about 1/4 of an inch. Maybe that's a little more than 1/4. It's about a 1/2 inch up from the bottom. And then I didn't even get this in the middle, but I would try to put this in the middle. Isn't that pretty? So that's it. So we've got the back pocket here, this pocket here with the portal, and then this flip pocket here. So now for the tag to fit in that, make your tag at least 4 inches high. So this was a scrap I had laying around. This is 2 inches by 4 inches. So I'm actually going to use paper from the other one to make a pretty tag. So we want to do 2.5, right? Yeah, 2.5 by 4.5. So we've got 2.5 by 4.5, and that fits in there like this and has the tag sticking up. So if you don't want the tag sticking out at the top, then I would just do a 4-inch high tag. Okay, so then that'll be sticking up just a little bit. So I just cut the corners of my tag at the top, and I used the paper from the other pack for this. I thought it might be pretty. That is so cute. Now we've got to finish the other one that we were going to sew. So next what we're going to do, since I've got this tacked down, I am just going to do a straight stitch just around this part here with this pocket to hold this pocket down. Now it's up to you if you want to sew this front pocket down. So let me go sew everything down and I'll be right back. I honestly love this little pocket sewn down. It is so cute. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. I think if you're going to sew, I would sew, as long as you're kind of okay with this kind of being open like this and not sewn at the top, this is what it would look like. But let's get our pocket glued down and kind of see what it completely looks like, and then we'll see what size tag will fit in the pocket I just sewed. So I've got glue on all 3 of scored parts, and I am just pushing down my pocket and trying to get it even. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I love that. So pretty. I'm kind of thinking now, I kind of wish I would have inked up everything, but I think we probably still could. Let's go ahead and kind of try that. I'm going to use walnut stain. Just give it just a little bit of color on the edges. That is so cute. So especially since I sewed it, it's kind of sitting up a little bit, and that might happen anyway, but when you put it in your envelope, doesn't it look adorable? So when your pen pal opens it and pulls out this gorgeous little folder with all these cute pockets. Okay, so this was 2 inches. 2 inches is good. This is 2.5. Yeah, this will still fit depending on how close you sew in. Adorable. So let me cut the corners on these. So for these tags that we made for these pockets, you could put questions for your pen pals on them. You could put a playlist, just like some of your favorite songs. You could put additional questions. Did I already say that? I don't remember. Let's try white on this one. Yeah, these are a little more involved, which sometimes will happen, you know, using the single-sided paper, but they're so cute. And I think they are worth the time getting these done. I will have all of the measurements down in the description box for you as well. I'm trying to think what I want to put on this pink paper to kind of just warm it up a little bit. You could do that. Oh, she's got flowers too. That kind of matches our So I still want to kind of warm up this paper just a little bit. So I kind of wanted to show this too, so you can get like maybe some ideas for decorating. So I'm going to I have a small script stamp. I'm going to lay this just beside this so I don't get it everywhere. Now let's add the paper and our lady. But yeah, these are so cute. I hope you love them. Thank you so much to Sandy for the inspiration to make these a little bit different and something that I would love to send to pen pals. In fact, I will be saving these for when I need to send a letter out. But I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you check out the description box again for measurements of everything that I used. But make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
You stole my heart, what is it